Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Proficiency Bonus, where there's a very cute puppy on my screen, but not on yours. Let me bring you over to our group right away, as there's a puppy! So, say hello to the newest Proficiency Bonus member. I just realized I have no idea what the puppy is called, so we're going to call the puppy Puppy.
Oh,
At least until we know it. At least until Solana provides us the name. So welcome everyone to another Monday night here at Proficiency Bonus, where puppy distractions aside, we are back with the Tomb of Annihilation. I am your most benevolent Dungeon Master, Matthew, as Slayer may disagree after last week, but...
he did sort of die.
Before we jump into a recap, as you can see, everyone's here tonight, so we're going to get into this real quick. Quick shout-outs to Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, Streamlabs, Twitch, all the people who help us make what we do happen. We love you. Thank you much. Check us out. You can find most of us on Twitter. Follow Proficiency Bonus at Twitter. It has information on our schedule and all that fun stuff. Keep your eyes open. Big shouts for some of the new streams like bloody hell, Matt's Tabletop Legends on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, group has a new stream running called Brave that I think session 1 is this week.
No.
For the first live stream, they had a session 0 that, due to problems with Twitch and whatnot, wasn't streamed, so that will be premiering. Big news, July 13th, we have the Birthday of Horrors. It's going to be like a big 8-9 hour stream for our other Dungeon Master, Michael, on my Dungeon Master on Friday night's Michael's birthday, so we're going to do a massive thing, taking them through the Tomb of Horrors. And yes, I have the Gygax. Where is the year on here? I can't talk backwards. This is the 1975 tournament module. This is what Gygax used to murder his players. So it's going to be fun. We also have some announcements coming up on our 2-year birthday, which is kicking off on July 20th. We're going to celebrate all week long. Going to hear a lot about giveaways, fun little things we're doing during that period. So with all of our announcements taken care of, we will jump headfirst into last week for those of you who weren't able to tune in with us, or for some of our players who weren't able to make it, as the party has made their way through yet another somewhat difficult area in the Tomb of the Nine Gods. They're pretty sure at this point they're on the 2nd floor after doing some quick math of how many floors they went down, how many they went back up, and ending up back on the 1st floor. They found their way down and actually found one of the missing 4 keys that they needed, just wandering around literally on the landing underneath them. So after giving a brief chase to that and managing to claim its head, they explored, managed to find themselves in a room that seemed to be rapidly filling with wine. But thanks to some quick plays from Solana, altering the shape of the stone that dropped to trap them into the room, the wine has just been pouring out and down the hallway. They also managed to find themselves in a strange circular hallway that was going up and around that put some of them in apparently an alternate dimension as they lost their party. But as they retreated back, retraced their footsteps, they found themselves together and made their way down to where they are now, which seems to be another one of the tomb of the so-called 9 gods.
Horrible.
As Espartha and I can't remember who was helping Espartha were looking around for secret doors, they did notice that there was fairly obviously a door over on this wall. Before Espartha could really get over there to pop it open and take a look around, Solana noticed, a shiny necklace on the coffin in the middle of the room. As she picked up the coffin, a strange swirl of shadow seemed to elongate from the room and dive at her body. As there was a little bit of a tussle between some entities inside her, someone left and someone remained.
Always.
And as this is happening, all of a sudden skeletons start crawling out of these giant glass cauldrons on the side of the room. The party are engaged in battle, and all of a sudden noticed that the shield on the wall in the back was looking for something. And it started by throwing a spear at Solaren. As the spears get tossed, Solaren has collapsed midway through the battle after him and Devaney had started trying to take out these glass cauldrons. Solaren had managed to take out 4 of them before being felled by the spear. There is still one left standing, still spewing its skeletons out. Tuala, because I wasn't sure how Tuala would respond to a massive horde of skeletons hacking in, had gone into a rage and just started hacking at the creatures that kept coming after him.
That seems on brand for Tuala.
So, as Tuala had finished just killing 2 out of the last 3 skeletons that anyone can see in the room, we go back to the top of the order. As you all wait to see whether or not Espartha and Devaney's desperate ploy of putting a sheet directly onto the shield has worked. And you don't see anything happen. Espartha, we go to you.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot the last remaining skeleton over there with my longbow.
Okay. You're picking her up, and that's enough to hit, so go ahead and roll some damage. Okay, and that is 11. That is enough to knock down the last skeleton that is currently standing in the room. Anything else you'd be doing?
I want to move behind this this cart, like so that way the shield is on the other side.
Okay. Okay, so that'll bring us over to Solaren then. Solaren, your eyes have been reopened. You're laying on the ground. You're rather large pool of blood, but you hear an arrow sail past you, and as you turn and look, you watch the last standing skeleton has just fallen to the ground.
Okay. I will struggle to my feet and get behind this column here for cover. And I'm going to target the last glass jar.
Okay, go ahead and take your shot.
I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so give me a second here to pull my notes back up on our cauldrons here. Okay. So that will hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. Did you hear me? Uh-oh.
Hello? Yeah, sorry, I had to reconnect there. I lost you guys.
No worries.
Okay.
So go ahead and try to roll some damage for me once you get back in. Okay, so it is still in one piece.
Alright, yeah, I'll target it with the second blast as well.
Okay, fire away. And that, unfortunately, is going to miss as you fire off the second blast and just sort of glances off the side of the glass. And anything else you're doing?
Oh boy.
Maddie, anything else you're doing?
No,
or did we lose you
that's
again?
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm cutting in and out. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
So that'll be my turn.
Yes, I'll bring us over to Devaney.
I'm going to clutch my hands to my sides because I also was hit by the shield for like a critical amount of damage, and I'm just going to use my bonus action to use second wind.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay, and I am gonna real quick. Okay, so that will bring us back over to the skunks, but unfortunately roll 20 is hanging for me. Just give me a second. Sorry, Twitch stream. We're gonna just reconnect to roll 20 real quick, hopefully. Or not.
Uh-oh.
Yes, let's do this. Kill it completely. This ought to be interesting. I've never seen what this does when I'm trying to do this. Oh yeah, that's just fascinating to watch Twitch stream. Gotta love how that looks on the overlay.
Oh.
Okay, so black
I've always
screen.
wanted to be incorporeal. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Honestly,
lovely.
same though.
The stupid Roll20 icon is still the ghost of Edgar Allan Poe from that one game of Monster of the Week we played
Like forever ago.
7 months ago.
Okay, just give me a moment here, because for some reason now when I reloaded it, Paddle's image is skewed a little.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I think it was like that from the beginning. I put a message in Discord, but I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oops. I would love to know if this is jumping all over the place, but that looks pretty good. Then we're gonna go from left, gonna increase it. So we're gonna go 80, 90.
Whoa. Oh yeah. Cool.
So puppies like chew anything apparently?
Yep.
Oh, they sure
Yeah.
do.
Didn't know this.
Alrighty
Adopted a
then. So we
10-year-old
got,
dog.
okay, everyone else is good. Okay, sorry about that, folks. We seem to be back up and running now. Once I can get back down to our players. Okay, so Devaney has ducked behind cover, used a bonus action to cast Second Wind. Anything else you'd be doing, Devaney?
No, I'm just sitting here.
Alrighty then. That will bring us to the skeletons again. And as the cauldron is still in one piece, another skeleton
Yep.
crawls its way out. And that will bring us over to Paddle.
What? Oh gosh. Okay.
Good girl.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
She's really not, though. She meant it. Paddle's a very good girl, even though Paddle's a boy.
Yeah. So this, I'm guessing that cauldron is the bottom left one?
Correct, yes. Yeah, that,
Okay.
I apologize. I'm leaving the carnage you guys have created on the floor for you this time.
That's okay. I haven't done anything. It makes me feel better. I guess I'll shoot the guy that just like immediately came out of there.
Okay, fire away.
Or try to, at least. Oh, the rolls. Thank
It is
goodness.
liking you
Yay.
today. There are numbers between those, but go ahead and roll some damage because that is definitely
Yeah.
going to hit.
Oh, it
And you
feels
can
good.
see it is mangled, but it is still on its feet.
Oh dear.
Well, I got my extra attack. I'm gonna try one more time.
Alrighty then. And that'll hit as well, so go ahead and roll some damage.
Ooh, it feels good.
Okay. And that is enough to take down the other skeleton. As it collapses
Awesome.
to the ground. Anything else you'd be doing? You've got movement and probably bonus left.
Yeah, I'm going to move down here. Just so I can be a little bit closer to that. Okay. That's good.
Okay. And that'll bring us over to Solana.
Oh dear. Is that moonbeam still up, do you think, or was that just left there? I know I lost concentration on the 8th.
Then you cast
But-
Moonbeam after. I don't believe you've taken damage since then.
Okay, I'm gonna
I think
move
Tuala's
the
been killing
Moonbeam-
the skeletons too quickly for them to hit you.
Okay, I'm gonna move the Moonbeam to the actual
Oh, okay.
cauldron and cast that at level 2.
Okay, so go ahead and roll up your damage.
Sure.
Let's see.
Not a great Moonbeam, but that's okay.
Check here and see. Okay, oops. I always do that and cut people off. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Okay. So it is there, and we will see what happens with it.
Okay, end turn.
Alrighty then, so that brings us over to Tuala, who just saw a the plant elf has moved a beam of light into the middle of the cauldron.
Not that I haven't been paying attention during this fight up till now, but it seems like I should destroy the cauldron, yes?
Yeah.
Is that a thing we're doing in this fight?
There are Tomash cauldrons everywhere.
Nothing has happened before this point that would indicate that I should not just hit it with my glaive, right?
Correct.
You don't have a glaive.
you had
The only,
Swing away, swing away. Oh, am I raging right now?
yes.
You are
Oh,
raging, but you don't have your glaive.
Yes, he has.
I don't
his
have
glaive.
he does.
I
You
did.
gave
Okay.
him your glaive?
Yeah, he wouldn't help me open the door if he didn't have the glaive.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
I was thinking about, would Tuala really turn around and walk into a door knowing that there's a bunch of zombies in there without his weapon? I really don't know, so you know what? Hand it over and he'll help you.
Well, since I'm raging,
Oh, jeez.
We can all be jealous of Tuala's technical effects now.
Yeah.
I would like to move up, and I would like to attack the cauldron twice.
Fire away.
Fire those fists.
Okay, that'll definitely hit.
Yeah.
Should I roll damage for this one first before I roll a second attack?
I'd say yeah, given what Tuala can put out, probably. Okay, it is still in one piece. It's now got a couple of massive cracks through it, though.
Does the does the cauldron get a dexterity save against my storm aura?
Because it's,
Otherwise, it takes 6
Ooh.
lightning damage.
Ooh.
oh, okay. So you watch as it does seem to crack through. It's still in one piece.
Alrighty, and I will follow up with a second attack.
So strong.
You can. How do you want to do this?
Absolute dust.
I slam the glaive down into the top of the cauldron, wedging it there. The surge of electricity forces through it, coursing over the entire thing. And then he pries both of his hands into the crack that the glaive made and just tears it asunder.
And with that, you guys are out of initiative. As you watch as Tuala just sends these two halves of this thing flying. And there are bits of bone and skeletal body remains just starting to pour out. As the rest of you have cracked and crushed these, and they're sort of into neat piles, as he just ripped this thing open, it just sent bone everywhere.
It's like the pinata from episode 50.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Familiar.
Enough of you, bone bucket!
Yes.
Well, I didn't think that breaking a pot could be so gory, but here we are.
Yeah. You never know with Twilight. You know, it's one of those things. So, let me see. Who has detect magic? I need to take a rest too, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, we should either take a rest or camp here until, we sleep for the night, because
I would
Slaren's
like
pretty beat
sleeping
up,
for the
I'm
night.
pretty beat up. I'm also out of spells. I know Solana's short.
Yes, I agree. It looks maybe we could easily defend this room. We could shut this door.
I
Shut
say
the
that we
door
check
and
out the
back
creepy shield thing to see if we actually stay here for the night.
I'm sorry, what are you doing, Solana?
I think we should check out the creepy shield thing before we decide to stay here for the actual night.
Maybe we could take it off the wall and put it face down in a corner somewhere. We could be okay.
Solarian, can you detect magic on it first?
No one puts baby in a
Yes, I can.
corner.
Did anyone try to destroy it yet?
No, but I'm glad you're on hand for that. So just keep that. Yep.
Oh, okay, so Slaren, as you're casting Detect Magic and sort of looking around the room, the bronze shield is glowing with a very bright light of conjuration magic.
Okay.
As you're glancing around, let me see if you catch anything else. You see the broken cauldrons you can see the light of that same sort of conjuration type magic starting to die off. It's just now starting to fade from all the cauldrons you guys have destroyed. You also see a glow for Selena. What would you have done with that pendant you picked up?
Put it around my neck because is it pretty?
Oh, well, she's
Yes,
cursed now.
it has a beautiful gold chain with a golden medallion on it, complete with two hands beneath a sun like this.
Oh, okay. I would have put it on.
Okay, you also see a bright glow from a golden pendant hanging around Solana's neck.
Okay.
That, I guess I'll call that enchantment magic. And that is really all you see in here. That's actually, it's within.
Not the statues or anything.
Let's see. Where? No, that does not. You do not get anything from the statues.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, let's check out that shield thing and maybe kill it and then sleep. I need to sleep.
Yeah, definitely camp out here.
I mean, should we try to destroy that shield or just see if we can take it off the wall?
Looks
Do we
fine
want
where
it?
it is, as long as it can't see anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I will stand behind this post though, so it doesn't see me, and perhaps camp out next to all these skeletons.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna chill out, out of direct sight of that. Just in case.
Okay.
Okay, so
do
what's the
you
plan?
wanna-
I think we're gonna have a little bit of a camp. That's it.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
like to try to take a
I'll
long
take a
rest.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
If at
certainly
all
dry.
possible.
Oh, great.
I think we've made this room as safe as we could hope to.
Well, keep in mind, you also know that there's at least one other exit in this room that's currently closed.
Oh, yeah.
As
What
Esparta
did you
did
say
mention,
about
there
here?
is a secret door on the eastern wall.
Well, if we just set watches, it shouldn't be that hard.
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
I will take second.
I'll go third.
I'll take last. Well,
What
or Solaren
are
doesn't
all
want it.
wisdom checks, Matthew?
I'll take fourth watch.
Great.
Okay, so we have Solaren and Devaney on fourth.
I'll probably be up anyway since I don't sleep that
Yeah.
much.
I will take a posting on the second watch as well.
Okay. Go ahead, and I need a round of perception checks from y'all.
Matthew,
Yes.
what does advantage on all wisdom checks mean? Does that include perception and stuff like that?
Oh,
Anything that's his wisdom?
That's a thing. Let me double check here. Yes, that would count.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You get the same roll.
You earned your nat 20s, now you're down at the
I
bottom.
see
again.
all.
To all the dice.
Good.
It's been a few months off, folks, but this episode is brought to you by Numbers Less Than 10. We're back.
Ba-da-ba.
Good paddle. Where is Swin and Devaney? Okay. And just so I know, for the elvish folk in here, when are you guys trancing?
Third and fourth.
First and third.
You can break up your trance?
Why not? Humans do it all the time.
Okay.
Nap. Power nap.
Sound logic. I like it.
You know. Okay. I'm going to. You guys trying to hunker down for a. Oh, rest things matter. Alrighty then.
Good girl.
Hey, so as you guys start hunkering down, is there anything anyone would be doing during their watch? We have Solana first, we have Tuala and Espartha on second together, Paddle on third, and then Solaren and Devaney on fourth.
I'm gonna be giving some beer to my bees because I checked. They can have it.
Alrighty then.
They gotta eat.
This episode brought to you by The Drunken Bee.
It's a good pub.
Yeah, sounds like a good pub. We should
Or a band.
let's start one of those.
Devaney during second, she's not on watch, but she would strike up a conversation with Tuala.
Who is doing so poorly at his watchkeeping because he's not paying attention to incoming dangers. He's just suspiciously looking at the auntie.
Espartha will be casting Find Familiar during her watch.
Okay.
And could I use this time to attune to the staff I picked up from the goat creature?
Oh, certainly.
Okay.
That was on here. Start right there. Good, well done. Here, so you'll be doing that either right at the beginning of your watch or right before you're on fourth watch.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll say you start doing that as you guys are sort of gathered together having your evening meal.
Okay.
Take a little time with it. Let me see, where is that? Did I put a thing in here for that? Not yet. Okay. Let's see. Okay, give me a second. I'm just seeing if I have a card for that item for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, if Solaren still has that goat staff, Devaney can check it out for him as well.
So he's actually just spent some time attuning to it.
Oh, that's right, because we were both on the same watch. Could have done that.
Yeah, I was gonna check it out before you did anything with it.
Well, it's up to you. You can wait until your watch, or
I mean, it takes 10 minutes. I could do it before supper.
Sure. Thank you. And he just hands it over.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sit in a corner and take my 10 minutes to identify it.
So as the rest of you guys are eating, you have found yourselves a staff of striking.
Whoa!
So it is can be wielded as a magic quarterstaff that grants a +3 to bonus attack and damage rolls made with it. It also has 10 charges. When you hit with a melee attack using it, you can expend up to 3 charges. For each charge you expend, the target takes an extra 1d6 of force damage. Regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, it loses all of its whatchamacallit?
Magical properties.
All of its magical properties and becomes a regular quarterstaff.
Oh.
Let me
+3 staff. Holy crap.
give me a second. I gotta check one thing here on it. Just a second. Okay. Okay. And do me a favor, while you're identifying it, Devaney, make an intelligence check for me.
Uh-oh, okay.
Okay, you don't get any other information on it.
Alright, I'll pass on the information I learned, and it's a pretty good staff.
Well, if I had 2 hands, I'd use it.
So as you give it back over to Solaren and you guys start going, because this may or may not be important. Now, Solaren, are you attuning to it?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So as first watch for Solana seems to go through fairly easily. Now you sort of keep it ducked behind the pole, ducked behind cauldron pieces, trying to stay out of the way of anything coming out of that little friendly shield. So your watch passes through it, passes easily. Comes time for you to wake up Tuala and Aspartha. Aspartha, I know you mentioned you were taking care of casting Find Familiar during that time.
Yes.
Devaney, I know you said you wanted to have a conversation with Tuala during this time as well.
Yes, please. So I'll wake up whichever corner I was sleeping in. And wander over and notice his nervous, I guess, expression.
Suspicious. Guardian.
Yeah, that one. I have a feeling she might try to eat Solana later.
This is in line.
And maybe even Goblin paddle. Yeah, just be careful.
You travel with strange companions since I have been gone.
Well, that one, pointing at Aspartha, was sort of forced upon us. Long story short, Phantaza was not telling the truth, and Rosnasai is actually a pretty nice guy. Gwen, unfortunately, died during that battle, getting the last cube, and Rosnasai asked us to go into the tomb and gave us her to come along with us. But, you know,
The
just
whimsical
be
one
careful.
is perished.
Oh yeah, and Rebel Scholar also got frozen.
That was my next question. A shame.
Yeah, it
The
was-
whimsical one was odd, but I liked him. The Rubble Scholar was mostly pointless, but I liked him too. May their spirits hunt in the great beyond. How long has it been, Guardian, since the Tyrannosaur?
Oh. Well, it's hard to say, really. Several days, at least. Not quite a month. Right after the battle, which we did defeat the T-Rex, we met the one who almost died, Solarin. And he's been tagging along with us ever since. Helpful. He can read anything, replacing Rebel Scholar.
He seems shadow-touched. I can feel it on him. He has made an agreement with something, yes?
I'm not sure where he gets his power.
At this point, he kind of looks to Esparta. He says, "The first snake lied to us. This is not surprising. I see no reason to believe that the second did not lie as well."
She seems to be on our side for the moment.
For the moment.
Now, you probably want to know why I didn't immediately give you back your glaive.
I have my own thoughts, but please elaborate.
Well, I wasn't sure you were you. And still not am completely convinced, in fact. Reason being, we recently found a clone of Solana that we know the Hegs probably made.
The Eater of Dreams, yes. The purple one.
Well,
Sack-headed, foul creature.
I've
you
heard
tell
there's
me?
more than one.
I forget if we killed me.
No, we didn't.
Oh,
Devonay did not mention that as we left on purpose.
okay.
They left Solana in the cage and brought you with them.
Well, the Solana we found was shriveled and malnourished, but I was wondering if perhaps they got better at cloning. But we'll see.
Indeed. I do not believe I am a clone. The time I spent in that prison seemed much longer. The Eater of Dreams, she took a great deal of enjoyment from haunting my every moment. It was unpleasant. Your suspicions are warranted, and I respect that.
Not very long ago, in fact, the last time we took a long rest in here, almost everybody, Solana I think wasn't, but we had a dream and you were lying on a table. I do believe I was the only one there that recognized you, but she was there and pushed you off and you fell down and landed with a splash somewhere I couldn't see. So I knew that you were somewhere still breathing, but added on to my suspicion.
My time in her captivity was unpleasant. The purpose of my life has never been a complicated one. Protect my homeland from all that would threaten it. But these are strange times, and I find myself within depths that I do not understand.
He puts the glaive kind of like in his lap. And he says,
All manner of creatures from beyond this world. They seem to have an interest in this. I do not know why. I only know that it must be protected. And perhaps, for the time being, I am not the best one to protect it. I seem to have incurred the ire of a few too many of these creatures. You have been a good guardian and a good friend. I will wield it in combat, protect this group. But perhaps it is best if you carry it.
he then holds it out to her.
Let me show you something. I don't know if you've seen yet. It's come in handy before. And I will reach out but not touch it, and then just move my fingers like this and summon the glaive over to my hand. And it moves there.
Okay.
Anywhere this glaive is, it will come to me when I call.
A useful trick.
And when I'm holding it, no one can disarm me of it. But
That
you are better to wield it in battle.
indeed. Who would have thought, when I bestowed the name Guardian upon you, it would be so fitting? If you are agreeable, I would request that you keep it safe. Unless we need it to fight off our foes.
I will do my best. As
Do I notice the that ram ring on her finger still? No. Okay.
I gave it to Solana.
Is Solana wearing it?
I don't know.
Did you ever
Now I
return to
have a
that?
different.
I didn't know I had it.
Now
Did
I
I?
have a
It
different
was
golden ring.
gonna make you crazy, right? It was a ring.
No, not that ring.
Oh,
That's the ring I'm talking about. The crazy
The
people.
crazy ring. No, I still have that on. That's
Yeah,
the
that's-
cold ring.
yeah,
Okay.
The ring of winter.
So I'll kind of glance at that. And,
You asked me some time ago to keep an eye on you with that item. You still wield it, but you seem the same as I remember. Have you mastered whatever it is about that item that was dangerous?
I don't think anybody can ever truly master this. And this ring. But in here, it has not spoken to me. I think there's something about this place that limits its ability. However, everything else about it seems the same.
Interesting. And I noticed that the plant elf is as taken with baubles as ever.
Unfortunately.
I am uncomfortable
with her putting on a strange necklace found in. He gestures at the literal like mountain of skeletons in the room. This place.
Well,
They weren't there when I
Maybe.
put it on.
Was Tuala not there when it was put on?
he was, but you weren't.
No, the skeletons weren't there when I put it on.
Oh.
She picked it up and put it on, and that's what triggered the skeleton. Well,
Yeah.
the minute she
Yeah,
touched
that's
it,
the
it was
point.
on.
He doesn't like that she put on a necklace that she found in the literal worst place.
Yeah.
We didn't know it was the literal worst place. It just had like a cart in it. And some jars.
Tuola.
It was more the royal this place, the Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh,
Yeah.
the royal way. Okay, fair
The
enough.
royal-
Nothing that comes out of here is any good as far as he's concerned.
This is true.
To all of these, there's tombs here of the gods, and there seems to be an artifact connected with each one. And when you open a tomb or touch the artifact, the god comes at you and tries to possess you in a way.
Totally gonna touch all the objects.
So, and I'll hold up my hand again and point to the next ring, which is just a plain gold ring.
Sorry, whoever that did that.
Yes, I was talking about that. And when I opened the tomb and picked up this ring, I now have I don't remember what it's called, monkey thing,
Obulaka
I guess.
is his name.
Yeah.
Good tight.
Came in and is sort of right now. I think the ale that I drank before in a different room, don't ask, prevented him. But before, he was making me very, very cautious, which actually is probably a good thing. But it's a magical ring that helps me be more defensible. But I have a feeling each tomb does that in a way. So, point is, when I came into this room, my god in my head told me that there's probably skeletons in jars. And I told Solana this, but she didn't listen. So she doesn't really have an excuse.
I miss the days that enemies were just flesh and bone, and you could hit them with a blade and solve your problems that way. Gods and monsters.
Well, let me simplify this whole thing for you. And I guess I still have the bag holding somewhere. I'll dig out one of the skeleton keys, like 2 hands.
It's like
We're
a
looking
skull with a
for
key
you.
on it, right?
It's
It's
literally
like a skull
it has a
with a
massive.
big-
skull?
It's a skull, and on the top of it, it looks like somebody welded in
Yeah.
a large, basically platform on the top of it. One of them's a triangle and one's a square.
We have 2. We know we need 3 more. We saw the door these go into. Almost got killed by a spinning fan trying to unlock the keyholes to stick these things in. I have a feeling there's one of these on each floor. We're not certain though, so we're sort of going around the floors checking. You'll see walking skeletons with heads like this. That's basically what we need to do right now.
Find skeletons, smash skeletons.
But not their heads.
And just because I know Tuala wasn't here when I showed this the first time, we'll pop this out so you guys can see it.
Okay.
So that's basically each one of them has a different shape on the top of it.
Pretty creepy.
Or rather, each keyhole was a different shape, but yeah.
Cool. Very well. He sort of hands her the glaive. Do I have my other, all my other equipment still from before I was
Yep.
imprisoned?
Yeah, everything else is still on your body. It looked like you were put into a glass case as a display piece.
Okay.
They were just missing, the keynote item that was supposed to be held in front of you.
Okay. Good. There it is. Specific item I needed to find. Okay. I'm not doing anything now. I sort of nod to Devon and say, very well. Then we shall find these skeletons, and if you vouch for them, I will at least trust your new companions for now.
Keep an eye out. Yes, us also. Solaren is prone to falling unconscious, so maybe with you here, you will have to do that less often.
Very well.
Also, don't teleport, Misty Step, Dimension Door. Don't do that. I did that. I'll tell you about it later sometime, maybe. Just don't. And Devony will go off to her corner and start, like, cleaning blades until that watch is done.
Walla will contemplate whether or not he can do any of that. And he cannot, so it's all good.
Okay. So as the second watch comes to a close, I'm assuming Sparth is probably the one that wakes up Paddle, where you two know each other. They've been traveling together, so Paddle, is your
Kinda.
anything in specific you'd be doing during your watch? Are you
Pardon?
there? Paddle?
Hello?
Aura look real frozen to me.
Oh,
There we go.
Anything in specific you'd be doing in your watch, Paddle?
actually feeding some beer to my bees, but aside from that,
Oh, that's right. I forgot you said you wanted to do that. Okay.
not particularly.
Okay. Give me a quick second here. Let's see.
Kind of checking to make the shield I get, to make sure that the shield is like not somehow without its blanket.
Okay, so easy enough. The shield looks to be
Make
in.
sure.
As you're looking at it, it seems to be when Devonay and Espartha were putting that sheet over it. Seem to do a pretty good job. You don't think it's going anywhere. As you're listening, though, you start hearing footsteps. Sounds like you're on the stairs outside.
Outside.
Like outside of
Do
the room you're in. So back past the door you ran into with the zombie sticking out of it.
Oh, gross. Guess I'll pack stuff up and just kind of shuffle on over there.
Actually, we're gonna move them because he's actually killed them. Okay. So as you're there, you start to see a group of tomb dwarves wearing their little green mask,
Cosplayers.
starting to come around the corner, coming up the stairs from the floor beneath. Now, are you trying to hide as you're looking here, or...
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Nope.
Alrighty then. So, let's see, where is your passive? Oh, okay. So, as you start hearing voices going back and forth quietly, they got in there. Doors closed. Doors open. Zombies are gone. I'll shut the door. I'll tell him he can reset everything. And all of a sudden you watch as one of them, as they reach towards the wall to start doing something, the eyes make contact with you. We've been seen! Run! Quickly! And all of a sudden you hear a click. And as the one you can see starts taking off running back towards the stairs, the door that you guys had left open comes slamming down. You've got a couple of seconds as you're watching it fall if you want to charge out.
No, I'm gonna be I'm running over to everybody else, I guess. Alright, guys, wake up, come on!
The door slamming and woken us up.
Yeah.
And as Paddle is running over and starting to like shake people and wake them up, you guys are all basically jolted awake by this sound of this massive slam. As a 1,000-pound object just dropped 12 feet to the ground.
Alright, that works too.
Is
I will
it
say, you
stone?
and Paddle, you basically got over next to Spartha as you saw it falling. You were like, "Ah," and took off running. By the time you get to Spartha, reach down, everyone, the ground shakes. You're all awoken.
What's going on? What was that noise?
Doors closed. There were some goblin imposters, those little dwarf guys. They saw me because I don't know. I was hiding. This is silly. One of them said that they were going to tell some guy to reset, and I'm guessing they meant the room.
Let's leave the room.
So we might want to like go. Probably not out that big door. Can't do that.
Who was the what was the name of the guy that was watching over me?
Withers.
Withers.
I've met Withers.
Always. Ooh, Withers.
Oh, Withers.
Oh, that Withers.
Oh, that Withers. Was it
I
reset
guess-
the room or reset the tomb?
Spartha, you said you found a secret door, correct?
Guys, can we just, finish sleeping and do that in the morning? Door closing equals good, because now they're not going to come in that way.
Unless
And
they
I'd rather-
reset the room, where
Well,
the
just-
pots come back to life and they start.
Well, just don't touch anything on the chariot this time.
Oh,
'Cause that's what
nice.
triggered it.
Should have said that the first
Look, if
time.
there's somebody comes in here to actually do something, then we can wake up and fight. But I'd really like to go back to sleep.
I agree.
I guess it's safe. Enough.
Right, fine. I don't think I'm gonna
I
get
got
that much
my
sleep.
watch in like an hour. Give me one more hour, just one more hour.
That's all I need.
Devonay rolls over.
No, I need 2 more.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna like sit right there, dude. I'm not.
Okay.
Don't like that.
So as the remainder of your watch comes to a close, it seems like no one else is coming to bother you.
Cool.
Managed to, it's time to wake up Solaren and Devonay.
I guess I'll just trundle on over. Just.
Okay. And you're waking up both of them?
Yep.
So be fair, go ahead and make a perception check as you're doing this.
Okay. I'm on the wrong page. Oh, hey.
Hey, there you go. Okay, so as you get over and start to, you walk over, you wake Devonay up, easy enough. You go over and start reaching down to wake up Solaren. Solaren looks like he hasn't shaved in a month. He's got this thick, sort of shaggy hair growing all on his face, on his neck.
I guess.
It looks almost like fur.
Gotta turn into a goat
I'm
man.
still asleep at this point. I haven't been woken up yet.
She sees this as she's walking over to reach down and wake you up.
Okay.
Devaney, does he usually look like that? I mean, after a couple days, I like start growing something like a little bit, but you know, that's a little bit much.
Elves don't usually grow beards that thick. I mean, he's half elf, but still, like. Solaren, are you feeling all right?
You're starting to wake up.
He kind of, he's like waking up out of sleep. He's like, what? What are you talking about?
Feel your face.
And he's like, has a puzzled look on his face. He's like,
Feels like you're rubbing fur.
and I guess he tries to give it like a slight tug, just like, see, just take a handful of it, and it just. I don't know what's going on.
So it's not just personal hygiene.
No.
Alright.
I mean, we are in the Tomb of the Nine Gods here, so I don't exactly have time to shave, but
That
No.
doesn't. You didn't know that. I mean, you've been traveling us for a couple days, several days.
yeah, it wasn't, this isn't right. I don't know what's going on.
Is it a
Does this
curse?
by any chance look like goat fur? I'm just thinking back to the last person that had the last furry thing we saw.
Go ahead and say make a nature check. You're trying to determine what sort of fur this looks
On my face.
Not
You're
bad.
not sure. It definitely does look like animal fur. Really not sure what type of animal. It doesn't look like facial hair or head hair. It looks like some sort of animal fur.
Pet, aren't you good at the nature thing? Maybe you know.
And it starts to dawn on Solaren, like he takes a look at the staff
I wake.
from the goat, and he
No, this is the other half. You're still trancing right now.
Okay.
That's why I said it would matter who was trancing when.
yeah, so he glances at the staff he picked up from the goat creature, and
This is bad
he's
stuff.
trying.
I'd give you DM's inspiration for that if you didn't already have it.
And yeah, so it's starting to like sink in.
And you,
He doesn't really understand fully, but he's starting to
Can you-
grasp.
and attune to it? Maybe that will help.
Or maybe you just get
Do I
it
feel
fuzzier.
any adverse effects other than this sudden beard I grew overnight?
No, it's not a beard. That's just where they
Or-
can see it.
Okay.
It's
Oh!
you're a Wookiee.
He like turns
Oh,
around and
no.
kind
You're
of
looking
like
down.
lifts
You've got fur sprouting out of your arms. It's
he like turns around and lifts his robes and is like looking all over and discovering all this hair.
other than being really hairy and probably a little itchy. No. Doesn't seem to have any adverse impact on you. Like you pick up, you're wielding the staff, swing a few times. You know, moving your fingers, start to trace out your arcane thing. Doesn't seem to be impacting anything. It looks to be just a physical change.
Still there, and if that man that is carrying this staff last, and now you, I don't know how long it will take you to turn into what he was.
Well, I mean, I feel fine now.
Are you comfortable being a goat man?
That's a good question. That is.
Is that staff worth it? I mean,
I think I can deal with this. I think I can handle it.
And if he's cursed,
Alright.
boy, is he gonna feel sheepish.
I know I'm asleep, but I resisted as long as I could.
All right, it's up to you. But I'm just, this is the Tomb of Annihilation. Devaney doesn't know that, but
Yeah.
we're in here. Stuff happens. Just, look at this room. Just
If I start to feel, if something feels wrong, then I could get rid of this staff. But I think I can handle this.
well, I feel it's better to be safe than sorry. And it's harder to go backwards than it is to go forward sometimes.
Noted, he says, and then he just kind of
Shrug and start
Shrug.
wandering around the room, keeping an eye on the secret door.
Well, I'm gonna go and lay down and have some nightmares about fur in places that I don't want it. Alright.
Other than a slightly hairy Solaren, the rest of your watch seems to go through without any incident. You guys don't hear anything outside the room, even though you were warned that things were going on out there. Your watch comes to an end, and your party starts waking up, ready to proceed with the continuation of your journey. I won't say the next day because you really don't know when it is.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, God.
As you all start to wake up and see Solaren, he's a sight to behold.
I poison spray him.
Okay.
Oh, he's okay!
Oh, wait. That's not a monster?
Damn it.
It's Laren.
It's Slaren.
My goodness.
How do I know it's Slaren?
There is something
I know it's
different
Slaren.
about you.
Slaren, tell me something only I would know.
You asked me to take care of that bird, the skeletal bird we found.
Oh, yeah,
In the previous
okay,
room.
Okay. That made me sad now. Thanks a lot. But yeah. Why are you so hairy?
Well, everybody just stop gawking.
Okay.
Then give it a couple days. He'll make a
kinda like-
good cuddle buddy.
Scratching his beard and his legs and his...
Would I know if he was
Yes.
cursed or not?
Back here.
He's using the
Wait.
staff. He uses the staff to scratch his back.
So now say go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Ooh, I'm so good at this. Okay.
You think he could potentially be cursed.
I could potentially get rid of this curse if you felt like not being a goat man, but that's up to you. That's a personal thing. I don't judge.
Well, did I know that you just checked to see if I was cursed? Or...
Live your truth, man.
Yeah, if you wanna be a
Yes, Solaren, I'm very glad that I get to meet the real you.
Oh.
well, just think about it there, buddy. If you wanna be different.
Like, just stop, please.
Let me know.
Maybe Solana's right, and it is a curse thing. And she could make it better.
I could, but just you be you. You do you. Right?
Do not worry.
I'm fine for
You
now.
can look however you choose. I got your back.
Alright, I'm gonna go find this other door.
Yeah,
Let's go.
The nice part is
Ah!
you and Espartha both know right where it is. So it is very simple for the two of you to walk over. Just hit the same little, find that spot again and pop the door open.
Okay.
I cautiously go in while looking around the corner and tapping the floor below me, looking for traps.
Okay, so go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Let's shift this over so our Okay, over. So as you're going through and sort of tapping the ground, everything looks good. As you stick it and start to turn, you can see that this hallway is just filled. Old dust and cobwebs. It looks like nobody's been through this actual path in years upon years. As you turn and look to your right, there's a massive arched alcove with a small shelf in the middle of it with a dusty bottle standing there. The little glass bottle seems to have a cork stopper in the top of it.
I will not drink that. It's not shiny.
There's something here. Looks pretty strange.
What is it?
Some sort of bottle.
It's a dusty old bottle.
As you look in it, Espartha, you can see a creature moving around in it.
Is it a jellyfish?
It's waving at you.
I will.
Do any of you speak Primordial or Terran?
No. Undercommon.
No.
Yeah,
Wait, what language?
Terran or Primordial?
I think I speak Terran.
Okay, so did you follow them in, or are you still out in the other room?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't move my mini, but yeah, I would be.
So as the two of you are looking in it, you start to hear something, and it sounds almost like somebody taking a bag of rocks and just sort of grinding them against each other. But Tuala, you actually understand this as you hear, there's a being. Release me now! I've been trapped in here too long.
Is it a door wall?
Oh no.
It's hard to say. You're hearing you hear rocks being crunched together.
Solano, it's not a pet. We're not keeping it as a pet.
How do you know? It
Eye
could
to
be.
the bottle, and I look.
Yes, you! Let me out now!
Is the thing inside you?
What does it look like?
Looks to be a genie.
What?
A small, somewhat.
Will Smith?
As you're looking at it, you can see two very nice-looking metal armbands. Appear to be like sapphire cords draped over it. It's hard to make out much in what it looks like in this tiny thing, but you can definitely see the sort of, I guess I'll say almost ethereal nature of the bottom half of it.
Okay. Male, female?
Appears to be female.
Okay.
And looking to you, I will give you anything, riches, money, gold, platinum. Release me now.
We don't need that.
Twelve? What's going on?
You can have the sapphires in my hair, my arm braces.
Hush now. I must talk to the normal-sized people. There appears to be a small woman trapped inside the bottle.
Like
What is
very
want?
pixie.
Why?
She appears to want release. She is offering us monetary compensation.
Oh, we don't need that.
What about health potions? Those would be great.
Or like the skeleton keys.
Or
That'd be easy.
locations of skeleton keys in this area.
Or we could just leave here. You know, like, we can't leave here right now, can we?
If you can lift up that door.
How big's the door? Is it made of
A
stone?
ton?
1,000 pounds.
1,000 pounds.
Oh, I don't think they can do that.
Well, we opened it to get in here.
Debonair and Tuala opened it to get in here.
Yeah.
Small prisoner. We have no interest in your shiny bits of metal. What else do you offer for your freedom?
I have magic abilities. I can take us anywhere. Any plane of existence. Anywhere you want to go, anywhere but here.
It says it can take us anywhere but here.
No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah. Transportation magic has not.
Why are
treated us
you
well.
there if you can
Yeah.
take us anywhere but here?
I want to know if you can take us anywhere while you are in a small bottle.
Why is it always the idiots? Obviously, I am trapped in here. Let me out and I can go anywhere I wish.
How do we know we can trust this?
Insight
thing?
check. Insight
You want me
check.
to make an insight?
Go ahead.
It's not the only way I can understand it.
12.
Yeah.
You hear rocks grinding, Solana. It sounds very rocky.
Earthy.
12, yeah, if you want to make one, go ahead.
No, I don't. It seems a strange bargaining tactic to call the individual who holds your fate in their hands an idiot, doesn't it, small woman?
Release me and I will aid you. I can aid you no more than 3 times with my spells. That is my final offer.
I say we ask for it to open the door and to give us the location of the skeleton keys.
I will confer with my companions. You offer aid of 3 magical abilities, and your word that you will do nothing to harm myself or any of my companions should you be released.
But of course.
Now I want to make an insight check.
Just grabbing.
Are we gonna be brought? Is this show gonna be brought to you by us? Oh,
17.
by a high number.
Ooh.
Not a number less than 10 for once.
Let's see something real quick here. Okay, you get the feeling that she's being honest with you, but isn't overly concerned one way or the other. You don't think she'd necessarily break her word, but she's not concerned if you ask her to do something. If it's dangerous to you or your friend, she's not going to stop. I told you 3 things. You told me to do it. I did it.
Alright, then I'll, he puts, like, one finger up to the bottle.
I will confer.
And leans away to the others.
The small woman claims that, should we agree to release her from the bottle, she will grant us 3 requests within her magical abilities. I also included the stipulation that she do nothing to harm any of us. But I get the sense that we must be very careful in our dealings with this creature and in the wording of our requests if we choose to release her.
So I'm not gonna ask anything of it then.
Can I make a history check to what I know about creatures stuck in bottles such as these? Like, gin in general?
Sure, you can make a history or you can make an arcana. Your choice.
I'm gonna say we release her and we ask for David Bowie back, and Solaren to get rid of all of his hair, and then
That
leave
would
this
be a
room.
good one. Ask her to get rid of Solarin's curse. If it is a curse.
So, you've heard tales and things of that nature. Not so much fact, mostly folklore and stories of things that offer wishes and benefits to people. That basically, as Jwala said, you've got to be very careful how you word things. And usually they are very proud creatures. Any slight to them could cause explosive repercussions.
We love those.
Definitely. Well, if she's willing to help us, we should release, but use with caution.
I should not talk either.
Probably a good idea, Solana.
Okay.
What 3 requests do we wish to make?
Thank you very much, Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Solarin's curse would be nice. I mean, it's up to him, really, but I don't really like that much hair on a guy.
Perhaps she can protect all of us from the influence of curses.
Ever.
That could go wrong.
Like,
If we
could go
don't word it
wrong.
correctly.
That's
I mean,
true.
she could just turn us to ash, and there. We can't be close.
She did promise not to bring harm to us directly.
That is true.
She could turn us to goats, though, and that wouldn't be harmful.
I get the impression it is more along the lines of, if we ask her to bring us to the locations of the skeletons, and one of them happens to be in a room filled with boiling magma, she will simply deliver us there, so that we may burn to death.
Also, don't let her teleport you anywhere, because you are going to end up in the same room I did. I am positive. Maybe, Tuala, you could tell her that she doesn't fall into that trap either if she tries.
I believe I will when we
As
make
a
our requests, as a sign of
courtesy.
faith.
Okay, so maybe lift the stone so we can get out of the room.
Well,
So
we
we
were
did
able
that
to
ourselves.
lift the
We
stone
lifted-
ourselves to get in.
Oh,
So maybe instead of burning up one of our spells, she's
Okay.
offering.
There also might be another secret door in here, just knowing this place.
Kind of lean
We
down.
haven't.
Is it within your ability to grant us knowledge of the layout of this temple?
I am trapped in a bottle within it. It is not as if I'm out and walking the grounds. That is not within my ability.
I thought perhaps if we released it, it would give us foresight about the layout of the temple to aid us. She claims she is not able to do that, so her
Maybe
powers
she-
are not as limitless as she might have let on.
Maybe she could scout for us.
that sounds like we would lose her.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just not.
So, yeah, is she really worth all the trouble that it seems that she may come along with?
I mean, if she's not gonna harm us.
One way or the other. I sympathize with the plight of a creature trapped within a glass container.
This is true. You were a creature trapped in a glass container recently.
Indeed.
Indeed.
If we can get something out of it, all the better, but I intend to release her either way.
Yeah, we got you out of it, so I guess that's okay.
Very well.
there anything we wish for then?
Several
Slayer, do you
hosts
still want to be Harry?
would be great, and Slaren.
I suppose not. She seems like she's could be quite dubious.
This is
I
true.
don't
You
know
could
if
end
I
up
trust
bald.
her. If I start to feel any ill effects of this staff, I could just abandon it.
Wait,
Possibly.
And I'm just thinking about that guy that we found that was holding it, and he was like full goat, and I really
Full
don't think you would enjoy that very much.
So maybe it is a curse on the staff. We should ask to be removed.
Really? We got 3 questions and we can't think of one?
Well,
Can we
I
just
would like a health
bag of holding
potion.
for a little
If-
while until we think of one?
If no
yeah,
one,
Devaney wants
Yes.
health potion.
Grab the jar, but don't release her yet. We'll just
I think we shouldn't carry
take
that
the
thing
jar
around.
with us.
if no one has a better idea, I think I might have a solution.
18 superior healing potion bottles with potion in them. That is superior healing potions. I'm trying to word this as carefully as I can. It's not going to work. Someone else do
Well,
this.
what's your idea?
I suggest we ask for nothing. I suggest we release her, give her the information about teleportation, and let her part ways with us in good faith. And we, in turn, ask that, should we need her aid later, she give us a way to contact her and bring her to our aid if ever we find ourselves in dire
But you can't
straits.
teleport in here.
I
But you
am
have to
thinking
fly
perhaps beyond the walls of this tomb.
Oh.
There is
okay.
going to be life after tomb.
What?
It
We're not all
might
gonna
be,
die in here? Terrible, tragic death?
I
it
certainly
might be
hope-
That's yet to
beneficial
be
to
seen.
have such a creature in our debt.
I think that's a good idea.
Sounds good to me.
So I will lean back down. This is Eye up again.
Trapped woman, we have deliberated. I was in a situation not much different from your own until very recently. As such, I do not intend to let you languish in there any longer. We will release you, and we will ask nothing of you. A word of warning. Something about the magic of this place prevents teleportation or traversing of the plains. You will have to make your way out by more mundane means. Any attempt otherwise will have ill effects. We have already experienced this ourselves. The request I make of you, in exchange for your release, is that you allow us, in the future, should we ever need, to call on a favor from you. Give us a way to do so. And should we ever find ourselves in need, you return the kindness we will show you now. What say you to these conditions?
Your terms are accepted. Now release me.
Very well. And still, don't try to kill any of us. Thank you.
So I kind of look to the others. It takes this. It's like a stopper, right?
Yep.
And he takes the stopper. He says,
Agreed?
and I will
You must.
uncork the bottle.
And as almost immediately, this swirling cloud of gray, brownish, sandy air comes swirling out of this bottle. And you find standing in front of you.
Oh my god, genie magic, you guys.
I'm going to shift the, there it is. You see a massive, very stone, earthen-looking.
Holy crap, it's my mom! Oh my god!
Standing in front of you, and as she looks at the group, and then looks down at you, Tuala, reaches up, and pulls a couple of strands of her hair out, and reaches and holds them forward to you. With these, anyone of arcane means will find able to send me a message. And should you be in a place where I can reach you, I will come.
Very well. I did not come here on foot. Perhaps I look to the others. Is she still speaking Terran at this point?
Yep.
Okay. Perhaps one of the others can translate through me how you may exit this tomb without
Why
falling.
don't we have her kill withers?
I can give instructions up the staircase and around the corner and hop over the dead thing and through the doors out.
So like,
It's really
I'll
not that
translate
far
that
out.
back and forth as like they give Twala the instructions on how to like physically.
I could draw a
walk
map
out
on the
here.
wall in charcoal or
Relay that
something.
to her.
Should we have her kill withers?
Alana, shh.
Oh, okay, I'm not allowed to talk.
I wish to kill Withers myself, if it is all the same.
Well, fair enough.
So as she looks over at the group, as you guys have given her instructions, she sort of nods and looks at the group of you and then back down at you, Twilight. I wish you luck in your journey, wherever it is you go. And with that, you watch as she starts muttering under her breath. And right in front of you, you watch as this large creature starts to almost dissolve into a small cloud of sandy brownish cloud, and then almost to nothing, and drifts out to the west away from you.
I can do that.
And Keshma al-Wazir has now left your presence.
Keshba. Oh, well, I wrote Kesha, so that's canon. She's now a
She's no Kesha.
drunk pop star.
Wake up in the morning.
So, yeah, we just let our genie go free without asking any wishes. I'm just making sure that's okay with everyone.
We got
Yeah.
genie hairs. We got wishes later.
Okay.
And help in the future. Sometimes, Sloan, you gotta think long term.
So you
I
showed a
don't
lot of
understand
faith
what that is.
in a creature that you just met. Do you think that was wise?
Maybe you shouldn't attune to a staff that you just fell into your hands.
You are wearing a dumb necklace you pulled out of a skeleton room. Do not cast stones if you live in a glass house.
You were in a glass cage, so there.
Yes, and I'm very sensitive about it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Children, settle down.
I want to check this other wall for a secret door.
Okay, go ahead and make your investigation check. And while Spartha is looking there, we'll take this point as our chance to take our quick break this evening to find out whether or not she finds anything when we get back in just a few minutes. We should be back maybe 3-4 minutes, maybe a couple longer, and we'll see what's going on next. So hang with us. Again, thank you everyone for hanging out. I saw Digitio in there for a while. Eric, I see Probo popping in. So we appreciate you guys all hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you in a couple minutes. as we return to yet another Monday's second half, as our party has just released a Dao, an earth elemental genie, with asking nothing from her at the moment, save should they ever call and need her help to come to their aid. She left them with a few strands of her hair, stating that anyone with some arcane ability would be able to use these to get a message to her. And then turned herself to a swirling cloud of sand and vanished out of the room.
Who
Following
else
the directions
doesn't have
that...
arcane ability?
Say who?
Does everyone else have arcane ability but me?
I can cast spells. I'm good.
Yeah, but I'm like a nature. I'm not
Learn
arcane.
Yeah, I
does.
Yeah. I think just about everybody has a little bit of spellcasting ability to some degree. I think you're the only one who's not arcane in nature with it. But...
Yeah, Tuala does now.
Paddle, can you cast spells?
Not that he would use it, but
Yeah.
You know about magic, sort of.
Okay, so with that, you guys actually find yourselves as Espartha is checking for another secret door, and you hear the familiar little click as the door starts to slide up. And as you look into the room, Espartha, you can see in the middle of the room an ornate sarcophagus.
Don't touch it.
And as the door slides open, the air starts to pour into the room, and it reeks heavily of sulfur and brimstone. You can see that there appears to be a large pentagram traced in salt on the ground surrounding the sarcophagus. And as you look a little closer, the lid is covered with a bunch of little, looks to be prancing frog-like humanoids.
Like Grung?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks very similar to the images you've seen of another one of the 9 gods. As you are sort of poking your way into the room, Devaney, you start to get a little... Oh, actually, no, you don't. Because I keep forgetting about that, so...
Well, it has been 24 hours since.
No, it's been a long rest since. It has not been 24 hours yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not day, it's an actual full 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
So I'm guessing that this is just like a bad room. We don't want to touch that thing, or...
Well, it smells like what I've read in stories, like somebody summoned something, but it doesn't look like there's anything in there, just that coffin.
As you guys are starting to sort of circle around and you're looking at the sarcophagus a little closer, the little images you saw that looked like prancing frog-like humanoids seems to be a large collection of painted wooden statues.
Okay, they're not gonna come to life or anything.
I want to cast Fairy Fire in the center of the pentagram.
Oh, okay. Let's see here. What is that? Okay. Let's see. What's the range on that? That is a... if you go and you're centering it right on the top of the thingy.
Yes.
Let's see here. So as you cast the incantation, let's see here. checking something real quick. So you watch as the sarcophagus immediately starts to glow. All the 12 little figurines on top of it start to glow. 20-foot radius. The pillars around you, actually, 5, 10, 15. Solaire, I need a dexterity save. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, basically everybody except for Devaney and Twala, I need dexterity saves from all of you. Because you're all within that 20-foot radius around it.
I thought you were able to pick what you lit up with fairy fire.
Are you? I don't
thought-
use fairy fire.
Oh, so sorry. Just to clarify, it's so it's a 20-foot cube,
Oh,
so
20
it's not a radius.
Oh, okay. So where is your 20-foot cube?
Right there. Let's see here.
Oh, okay. So basically 4 blocks. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's you see the sarcophagus and a bunch of little figurines on top of it light up. Nothing else.
Should I
As
shoot
far
one
as
of the
the-
figurines?
That's a
What?
good idea. I forgot I had this spell. I'm going to cast See Invisibility on myself.
Okay, let's see here.
Wait, do you want me to shoot the figurine?
Don't shoot anything, Solana. Hold on, I'm doing something.
Stop it!
Okay. So let's see.
Do I need to put up the spell for you? Or...
No, I'm actually just pulling it up. As in...
I feel like Solana is like somebody who just like got handed a gun. She's just like waving it around, and everybody in the room's like, "Whoa!"
Do you want me to shoot it or not?
This is how you hold it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you cast that spell, Devaney, you see some sort of gray creature is standing about 3 feet in front of Solana, just staring at her face.
Whoa.
Devaney, should I
Guys?
shoot it at anything or
Guys, there's something in there.
in where?
You can't see it.
Okay.
It's right in front of Solana. What is this thing?
Should I move?
You're okay, just stay on the other side of that line.
Doesn't look angry.
Yes, everyone back up from the salt.
I'm gonna go over and take a closer look at it.
All right.
Because I can see it, you guys can't.
I don't know if I'll
Okay.
provoke an attack of opportunity if I leave this area, so I'm gonna stay here.
So, I'm just going to bop this over so Devaney can see it. But keep in mind the rest of you are not able to view this. Come on.
Oh dear.
And it is just staring into
Oh, I know
Solana's
what
face.
that is. Oh no. Okay. Devaney probably doesn't though.
It's large. It looks almost amphibious. It almost looks like a grung on steroids. It's bigger than any grung you've seen, but it has a similar sort of build to it. Oh! I am sorry. I just killed Roll20 somehow.
Oh no.
No.
Give me a second. I'm
Am I
pulling it back up
being
for
down
everybody.
On Twitch? Oh no. Bummer.
Oh no, it's,
I'm gonna start
Twitch is fine.
describing
It's
it.
just that for some reason I tried to pull up the to pop the icon up so people at home could see it,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden it was like poof, you're gone.
So I'm gonna start describing this to my party mates just out loud. Like, it looks really like a grung,
Okay.
like a really big frog. It has like spines on it. It's gray.
Oh,
like
so
all
it's
the
not
other
a
grungs I saw
bullywog.
were, like,
I'm gonna
Covered.
take a...
it's like staring at Solana, like it
Is
like
it,
wants to eat her or something.
Oh,
is it moving at all? Is it just standing still?
It's just standing there staring at her.
I don't feel good about this.
Is there a
So I just blew it up a little larger so people at home can see it, because I
Yeah.
gotta switch for this.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Would is this something that Tuala would even have any ability to even make a check on?
Probably not. Is the creature she's describing? It's, you know, you've seen all sorts of different grung and bullywong in your travels throughout the jungle, but she's not giving you a
Doesn't
whole
sound
lot
like
to.
any like monster from any of his tribes, like
Yeah, nothing
folklore.
that they've spoken about. This,
Okay.
it just sounds, from what she's describing, sounds like some sort of weird version of them, and maybe she's just overestimating the size a little.
Do we need like to go in the sarcophagus for a key head, or do we know?
None of
And,
the
uh,
other keys.
Do me a favor, Devine, can you try reconnecting your camera? Because when I killed Roll20, I lost you. Hey, there you are. Thank you.
I wonder why it's staring at Solana.
As Solana backs up and you're talking to the group, now it turns its focus to you. And
I
then it's
wave
just
at
sort of
it.
pacing
to
the
see.
line in front of you.
Well, guys, it definitely seems it wants to get out.
Will it offer us 3 wishes?
I don't think so.
Then
I
we
think
can
it's
leave
more
it
of a.
here.
Yeah. Although, is there gonna be like something that we want in that sarcophagus? I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Exactly. I don't know. if it
Nothing
wants
good
something-
has come from any of the other previous sarcophagus.
No, but what if there's a
Solaren.
skeleton key in it? No.
Solaren, you're a wizard type summoning guy, right?
Yeah,
Well,
there's something you had in mind, or
well, why would you summon something and then just leave it in here?
maybe as a trap to keep
Then
it
to guard
enclosed
it
like a
too,
cage,
nobody's gonna come to.
Maybe they caught it in here.
and it's just a cage.
Because if there's anything I learned from the Winchester brothers, that you put a ring of salt around it, then you shoot it, and then burn its bones.
Who? No.
We could do that.
It's just there's just something at the back of my mind I'm missing, and I like tip of my tongue, but I'm not quite getting it. Cause it's just gray and it's just so odd. Like all the other things we've seen have been so colorful and.
Solaren will cast Detect Magic.
Okay. So, as you're casting that, let me switch over and see. So, first, and what's the range on Detect Magic? That's 30 feet, right?
I don't know offhand, actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, but either way, that's within 30. So, the first thing you notice as you cast it is from the sarcophagus in the room.
Mhm.
You can see that there is an aura of wait a minute here. Okay. Yeah, so you can see what appears to be some sort of a vase or urn within the sarcophagus that is giving off a very bright glow of enchantment. You can also see an illusion, a sort of cloud of illusion magic. You don't really get a real good clear shape of it, but you can see this massive blob of illusion mere feet in front of Devine. So you can definitely see that there is something that's being hidden, and where she's told you all it's an invisible creature. You're pretty sure there. You also see looks to be a small looks to be a bottle of some site within the sarcophagus that's glowing with I don't know what sort of magic it would glow with, but where you've used this before, it looks like it's probably some sort of healing potion.
I
Looks
can
to
just
be a
spell
decent-sized
magic
bottle.
on. Sorry. I can just spell magic on an object.
I don't
Like
know
this
if that would
creature.
dispel it
and
or
you-
the.
And you
Circle.
also see another, looks to be circular object that is glowing with, I'm going to call this either, give me a second, I'm going to look at a spell here. Either abjuration or enchantment. Definitely looks like there is a. Definitely looks like there's a couple of things in there that are definitely giving off some magic kick.
Okay. So all the items I'm sensing are within the
They're
sarcophagus.
inside the sarcophagus.
Inside
Yeah.
of it? Okay.
So there's a bunch of helpful stuff inside the sarcophagus guarded by this demon creature thing.
Yeah. So
Guardian.
the creature, this guardian creature is I'm detecting illusion magic, and I sense some object inside of the sarcophagus. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I'm also detecting illusion magic from that. So maybe that's what's casting this creature that we see, but I can't be sure. And I think there's also a healing potion within this sarcophagus.
I don't know if it'd be worth it though.
Guardian, where is the creature?
Oh boy.
2 squares ahead.
Tuala reaches into his pack and he pulls out a bronze, half spherical object, the top of which has a pattern that sort of looks like a brain, and the front of which has a faceplate that looks kind of like an owl. And he puts on his
I
head
remember
and
that thing.
flips down a kind of a crimson lens as he places his helm of telepathy on his head. And I would like to cast Detect Thoughts right where Devaney pointed out the creature is standing.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so detect thoughts. Eventually, these things will stop popping up so big that they cover people's faces. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so as you're looking at, as you cast it and you just start sort of doing the big general sweep for it, actually I'll say go ahead and make we'll call this an intelligence check. Just to see how well you're sort of targeting, because typically Detect Thoughts is on something you can see, but you've got two people sort of giving you points to aim at.
I checked the item before to see if it said I had to see it, and it didn't. So I was like, maybe it'll work.
Well, we'll see how what the dice say.
Intelligence check, you said?
Yep. Yeah, 'cause you basically got two people sort of giving you a point to aim at.
Right. All right, my super amazing intelligence score.
Hey, it's enough.
All right.
So you get a. Actually, let me just check and see what its intelligence is. Okay, yeah. So you immediately start getting this overwhelming desire to get out of here. to deal with the intruders and leave. It seems like it wants to get out and it wants to find something.
Okay, so I'm getting mostly like, is it mostly get out or is it mostly murder and then get out?
It's really sort of split down the middle. You get the feeling that it has fun. It likes to tear into things, and that skinny looking plant thing. That looks mighty tasty right about now. That big rock thing, not so much, but.
So I'm gonna use this item's feature here to send a telepathic message to this creature.
Okay.
And he will say in his mind, "Who trapped you here, creature? And what are you?"
Devaney, you watch as this thing that has currently been sort of going back and forth and staring at you, the head immediately turns to Tuala. And just sort of cocks a little bit to the side.
Well, that's intelligent.
Did it do something?
It's now looking at you instead of me.
He
In your mind,
snaps the helmet.
Tuala, you hear, "It seems you are not quite as lesser a being as I had thought you were. I am the one left to guard this. He who calls this home. Let me out."
He turns to the others. He's like,
Everything in here with the lesser beings.
What does it want?
It wants out.
That too. Common. Why?
And as
What?
it's looking at Tuala, Devaney, you watch as this long, sort of slathering tongue just sort of licks across its lip. And looks
Ew.
back over at Solana a little bit, and then back at Tuala.
What's it saying?
again with the helmet. What is in the sarcophagus?
I was put here afterwards. I know only that there is something to boost magical ability within. But you would never get it.
Never? Never is a long time, eh? Just as you will never get out of that circle without our help.
Is it cute and fluffy? I bet it's cute and fluffy.
It does not sound cute and fluffy. It sounds...
It's not. It's not cute and fluffy.
Oh,
No.
never mind then. Continue.
Tual, is there a reason that it wants out, or just it just wants out?
I get the impression that it just wants out. It does seem to be looking for something elsewhere in the tomb, but I do not get the sense that it has any qualms about dismembering the lot of us before it goes on such a quest.
So I guess if it didn't respond to my earlier thing, back to the creature, he'll say,
Perhaps a deal, creature. Open the
As it walks
sarcophagus,
in it-
and we will release you.
Devaney, as you're watching, the creature sort of walks around and ducks behind the sarcophagus a little. And you lose sight of it for a couple of seconds. And then as it turns the corner and starts walking out, you see what appears to be a small Chalton boy. Tuala, in your mind, you're such a simple offer. Just open the sarcophagus for you and you'll release me.
Yes, I did not think it was that complicated of a set of instructions.
So as Devonay, as you watch this small child walks over to the sarcophagus and you watch as it reaches up to it and all of a sudden you hear as the sarcophagus shifts open.
Hey, look, everyone, it's magic. The sarcophagus is shifting open all by itself.
None of you can see that boy? It's just me?
Oh boy.
Did we see the thing open?
Yeah, you can see the sarcophagus is now turned. He didn't flip it off, but it's now, if the sarcophagus is sitting horizontal, he's turned the lid basically, leaving it sitting on top, and now it's sort of perpendicular to it, so you could look into it if you wanted to, or pull something out of it.
Cool.
So, my end is done, so... Just
Hand me what is
kick the
inside,
salt.
and we will be gone.
No.
Eh,
You will release me first. I am not foolish enough to hand you an item so you can leave me here to rot.
Of the two of us, I am not the terrible monster trapped inside a soul circle. Though my honor, I think, is the one we shall trust. Give us what is in there, we will make our way to the exit of the room and break the salt circle on our way out. Then you may go where you please.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Can I?
I'm gonna make a different check, more based on the actuality of Joel's, Joel's intentions.
Why do you always say that?
So let's see.
Is it possible while Tuala is talking to the Slod that Esparta can use her mage hand, use a concealed mage hand to try and steal what's in the sarcophagus?
I believe with Mage Hand you would have to be able to see the object in order to grab it. Like you don't know what's in there. Esparta hasn't seen anything. All Esparta knows is that it's now open. The only person who's seen anything was Solaren, who saw it glowing. So you could try to reach in and grab something, but you don't know what you... Basically, it's like doing that reach into a hat to pull a name out without the benefit of being able to feel what you're actually grabbing. And you can
Let's
definitely
do
try
it.
if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Giant
Oh,
bomb.
okay. Okay. So go ahead and... let me just take a quick here while this is going on, and we'll see. Okay. Go ahead and roll a D. One. Hold on, I'm just. Alrighty then. So I need you to go ahead and roll. Actually, let me write these down because. So we're gonna go. Okay. Okay, do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me. Alrighty then. Okay, let me just check one thing on this here. Oh, no. More, you stupid thing. Some days I hate this thing. Okay, so let me ask this. Does this make the item you're picking up invisible? It doesn't say that.
I don't believe so. I believe it's just the mage hand.
Okay, so we are going to... Okay, so do me a favor. Go ahead and make a... roll a d20 for me.
It says that they can disguise it with a sleight of hand check, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well... so we've got... okay. And then go ahead and make your sleight of hand check. Okay, so as you're casting your spell and you send the hand out, nothing seems to happen. As you reach the hand in and start to pull up, and it looks to be a decent-sized glass bottle with a shimmering red liquid within.
Nice.
Okay, I take it and keeping the keeping it behind the slot, I want to place it like over here behind this pillar.
Okay. So as the slot is still looking at you to all end. So, are you going to release me, or do I just close this back up and the items within are lost to you?
Perhaps I have a different course of action.
I would now like to use the item's other ability to cast Suggestion on the slot. And Tuala will say,
Toss the magical items inside the sarcophagus to my friend here.
he motions to Devanay.
Being trapped in this salt circle for the rest of eternity is no way to carry out an existence.
Okay. And that
I
is
believe
a
it's-
wisdom save?
I believe it's a DC 13. It just says the item just says spell save DC 13. It does not.
Okay, I think suggestion is wisdom, but I'll double check real quick. Sorry, Twitch, I'm blocking out people again. Yeah, wisdom save. Okay, so wisdom save from Mr. Slod. Okay.
Yeah,
So he is
terribly
going to,
unwise squad.
Look over and look back at you and say, at least give me a cloth. And
What's
puts
a
his hand
a
up.
cloth? It says.
A cloth.
Tuala looks at the line in the salts and he says,
Sorry, fresh out.
So it's going to go over, and let's see here. Okay. Okay. What else is? Okay. So as the slot goes in and looking within picks up, basically you watch as it shifts back. Devaney, you see as it shifts back into this hulking gray form and reaches in and picks up an armload of something. You just watch as both arms go and come out, and you see it's carrying what looks to be some sort of padding and material from within the sarcophagus, and on top of it you can see what looks to be a vase or urn of some type, and then the other item, which is a small spherical, really not sure what. The rest of you just see this. Actually, you guys don't see anything because with this spell it actually turns invisible with him. So as he comes walking over and stands with his arms like this to you, Devaney, about 1.5 feet back from the circle.
I mean, I'm just
And-
watching him holding this stuff. I
and-
can't hear.
As he was like doing the, retrieving, Tuala would have whispered that he suggested that the creature retrieve the magical items and toss them out of the circle to her, so that she's like ready to get them.
All right, yeah.
And-
Arms empty.
And as you watch, the creature bends down a little and thrusts towards you, again from about 1 foot away, and the urn and the round object both start flying at you.
Do they like reappear the second that?
The minute
Possession.
they're off of whatever padding he's still got in his hands, they're now airborne.
Hey, look, there's flying stuff.
Does it look like Devaney is going to need an assist to catch both of these things? Because Tuala.
It depends on
What
what
kind of
Devaney's
check am I
trying to do. So,
I would
what are
try
you
to
thinking?
catch them.
You're gonna try to catch both?
Try to. Well, are they large enough that I could? Small enough
the
that I could catch both?
The urn of us, it looks like think of it like a funeral urn or like a small flower vase. So it's
Okay.
would be a little awkward to one hand. You might be able to. The other object looks to be, if you've ever seen an ostrich egg, it's a little larger than an ostrich egg.
An egg?
I'm using that to describe the size.
Oh, not
It-
my egg that went away. Fine.
I forgot about that.
I would attempt to catch both, but I probably will only be able to catch one of them.
Oh, okay. So
Depends
which one
what
are you
kind of
going for?
check I would go for the egg type thing.
Oh, okay. So go ahead and make a dexterity save. So Tuala, as you're watching, as these two things appear, it seems like they're a little large. You're not sure if Devaney is going to catch them both, and you see her looking more towards this egg thing.
I will like to use my inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Eh,
Oh, okay. So,
I'm gonna. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not gonna try and catch the urn. Instead, I'm gonna. We're not in initiative, but I'm gonna ready an action that, like, in case. I'm just worried that, like, if those objects, like, breaking the plane of this circle somehow, like, lets this creature out or something, I'm gonna, like, ready an action to defend Devaney if this thing, like, gets out and comes at her.
catching them, I would walk backwards to catch them instead of forwards.
Oh, okay.
Can I
So-
make a
You know, like
move
catching a
over?
football.
Sure, if you want to. So you can see that Devaney's reaching for this round, like, larger egg-shaped sort of thing. So you're going to
Okay.
try to catch the urn or the vase?
Burn. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make a dexterity save.
I would also like to use my inspiration.
Oh, okay.
And I don't do well.
Okay, so as both of you going for this, and Tuala sort of pacing, watching this thing, trying to get in a position to defend Devaney, Devaney, you managed to bobble this thing a couple of times and barely managed to catch it and hold it as it's about to hit the ground. Solana, on the other hand, is the urn is tossed off of this padding, and you reach up and your hand connects with it. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh crap!
Oh, I knew it! I knew it!
He didn't want to touch him. I was like, one of these is gonna be bad.
I get advantage on wisdom things.
Oh shit! At 29.
Hold on. Well, I have to check something because you may. I gave it to you for the perception, but you may not actually have it because of the food. I just have to remember what. Give me a second. I gotta look back at what you guys ate.
What food?
I don't think Solana drank the ale like Paddle and I did. Did she?
I'm just trying to check and see if that's what did it. I can't remember.
No, I gain advantage on wisdom checks.
Right, but some of the food had other effects.
Oh, okay.
The stuff that Paddle and I had
Right, but so many of you guys had
know.
so much of what was down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's just,
I know I eat meat
Did you
And
eat
what
the
is
cakes,
the-
or was that
and cake. I eat meat and cake.
Okay, let's see.
and wine? I don't know what
Oh,
effect.
I had wine in the other room.
I don't know what effect that had though.
I don't
Drunk.
think the wine had the effect. I think it was just in that scarecrow room
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
we're talking.
so there's 2. Okay. So you are actually okay at the moment for that. Let me, a second here. So as this is happening, and now Devaney, I need you to also make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Alright.
It says the minute Devaney's hand close and catch this egg, immediately a long tendril of slime appears out of it.
Oh,
It
no.
forms a massive frog-like head that bobs in front of your face a little bit. In a very croaking voice you hear in your mind. Nanang will help you now. And this creature attempts to push its... I guess I'll phrase its will into your mind. Let me double check
I am
our...
familiar with this.
And I already got one.
I had one. Doesn't matter.
You know, you got the same two of you. And I'm sorry, it was not a wisdom save. It is a charisma saving throw I need you to make.
Ooh.
Aw. I'm worse at those.
Nice gods.
I'm scared.
Ah.
Alrighty then.
I do have a D6 I could add to that if I need to.
You got to decide before I tell you whether or not it goes through.
Well, I don't know if it goes through yet.
Right, that's why
I
I'm
don't
saying you
think
got to
it does.
decide if you.
I feel like you should do it.
I think I should too.
Okay.
Me too.
Go ahead and roll your d6.
Oh.
Okay, so you do make the save.
Yes, I
So you
like the
want
guy in
this?
my head.
That was the guy in my head.
You watch as the slime sort of pulls back in and retreats from your face.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna set it on the floor and leave it. Don't touch that, guys. That's not good.
I'm gonna go free urn.
Free urn.
Free.
Solana, maybe you should maybe put that down.
Okay. Free urn.
All right. Anything else to Waldo that it has to throw at us?
He turns towards wherever Solaren is in this room. He says, "Goat elf, is there anything else of magical value inside that sarcophagus?"
Nothing else that I can detect.
Then we are finished here. And he just takes the helmet off his head and puts it back in his backpack.
Should I take the urn, Devine?
Probably best to leave it here, Solana. We don't really need an urn. We have the alchemy jug.
Okay. But what if else? Okay.
You have the fancy new necklace, too.
I do have a fancy necklace. I don't want to carry on this urn while I have a fancy necklace.
They clash, honestly.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Free urn!
Freer.
No thanks, I'm good.
Is this a little, like, can we fit through here?
Is Arthur, do you want to check for secret doors in here, or?
Yeah, I want to see where this tunnel goes. Can I send my familiar Tocho through it?
Oh,
Sure. It's as you start to send him down the tunnel, he gets about 20-25 feet, and then you hear a very audible splash.
Oh. Well, come on the back.
As he comes back,
Whoa.
he smells like he was just in a brewery. Some very strong, very nice wine odor to him.
Why? Again?
Let's connect to the wine room. It makes sense if you go over and up and
Yeah. Can we fit through there, or is it like small creatures?
That's,
We don't
you
need to go
could
back to the
potentially get through there. It would be very tight space.
Okay.
But yeah, you could squeeze through if you really wanted to.
Well, do you want to go through this way, or do you want to try to lift the door open?
we can. Tola and I can lift the door easy.
Okay.
As long as there's not another secret door in here that we don't know
Yeah.
I'll spend some time looking for a secret door in this room.
about.
Also.
I'll vote if needed.
Okay, so go ahead and make an investigation check.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
You spend a little time looking, and the only thing that you notice is that one little, very slight opening leading to the north.
Cool.
Well, I've looked high and low, but it looks like this is what it is.
Alright, well, I guess
Say lovely.
got the key on this floor. Maybe we should go down to the next
Go
floor.
to the turny thing? Or go in
No,
the mouth? I
to
want to go in
the-
the mouth of that thing.
I don't know where that's gonna end up on the next floor.
Well, I want to go
You
down.
might get stuck in a room that you can't get out
You
of.
know.
I can spider climb. Spider climb.
I'd rather
But-
just go down the stairs.
I want to go through the mouth. I want to go through the mouth.
Alana,
People can't tell me what to do. Cause
you
I
made
am
a
so
poor
cool.
decision recently. I don't think you can afford to make another one.
I am invincible. Spider climb. Spider climb. I am good. Spider climb.
As a
Teenagers.
group of you start to head out of your room, to all you hear in the back of your mind. Break the line.
Am I like the last one in the room at this point?
I'm still here. I haven't left yet.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a real die on my end here. Okay. So as they as Devaney and Tuala are like making their way, did somebody take the MacGuffins, by the way?
Devaney has the egg.
I put the egg on the floor beside me and it's just
Oh.
over there. And I told Solana to drop the urn.
And there's that bottle of whatever, right? Somebody got that?
Yes. Sorry, Esparta would have snagged it while looking around for traps.
We should definitely take those other two items with us. Maybe we can like put a bag over them or something so we don't touch them.
Okay, I'll put a bag over mine and stick it in my pack.
All right.
I really there's something in that egg that's a
Bag
creature. I'm
of-
not picking that up.
Bag of urn. I'm putting that
Unless
in
you
my
want to
bag.
take it out and then just put it on the other side of the door. Alright, I'll stick the egg in the bag of holding using another piece of material.
Yeah, put my urn in there. Unless the urn's gonna upside down.
So, as everyone's like moving out and Devaney and Tual are heading out, he'll kind of gesture to her and he'll say,
One moment more. I shall be right behind you.
You're not going to free that thing, are you? That is a bad idea.
Rest easy, Guardian.
Because he promised.
Alright, I'm gonna go out, but I'm gonna stay, like, right at the door.
Spider clown. Once they open this door,
So- Tual is just gonna like come up near the salt ring or whatever, like kind of in this area. And he, without crossing the line, he kind of leans in, and quietly, he doesn't have his helmet on, so he just kind of speaks this, and there's a look, he's a little bit of a look on his face as if he is struggling internally with something, as if there is something that goes against his own, I guess, code of honor. He almost looks a little disappointed in himself, but he leans in, staying on the one side of the salt line, and he says,
I have been lucky enough to have spent a great deal of time with creatures of the Fae, supernatural beings. I have learned a thing or two. I said I would free you if you gave us what we asked for from within the sarcophagus. I did not lie. But I did not specify when I would free you.
and he turns and walks out after Devaney.
Boom! All them snaps! So many snaps!
And in
Devaney
the
just
back of your mind, as you're starting to walk away, all you hear is just... It's not even language, it's just anger and rage.
Guttural screaming.
As Devaney's, kind of in the hallway, Tuala walks out. He looks disappointed in himself.
He doesn't look like one of those guys that walks away coolly. from
No,
an
he's not a cool guy
explosion.
walking away from an explosion. He has the demeanor of someone who is like not proud of what he just did.
Aw. Good.
And Devaney will sort of pat him on the shoulder. I think you did the right thing if it helps. That thing wasn't meant to wander around by itself.
Perhaps, but not at the cost of my honor.
Looks like we have some heavy lifting to do.
Open the door. Open the door. So I
Indeed.
can go down that well. That sounded really weird once I said it out loud.
Hopefully we can open it from this side.
Whoa.
As you guys come walking up to the door, you can see on this side of the door, it's much easier to see the pulley system. And you can see that there are actually 3 ropes that are hanging down that are, well, were connected around the zombies' necks to the bridles they were chewing on.
Hmm.
So you think a couple of you could just pull those to lift it back up, or Devaney, you and Tuala both know that the two of you working together can just lift it up as well.
I'll jump on a pulley. Bang!
I'll poke my fingers underneath the door and start lifting up.
But this is a funner way.
I'll just assist, I guess, to give her advantage.
Oh, it's not even a roll needed. The
Oh,
two
okay.
of you with your combined strength. As Solana's up on this rope, pulling down, leaning on the pulley, all of a sudden you two just walk over. Poof, And Solana comes crashing down on her feet.
Okay, well, you could have told me ahead of time.
And the doorway is now open.
I am going to run to the other side of the room.
Solana is
You're-
shot by 5,000 trap arrows that got put on the other side of this door.
So, Solana, you're taking off and you're heading around and back up to the northern section?
Yep.
Okay.
Lana, don't jump down the hole. It's a bad idea.
I'm gonna jump down the hole. Can't hear you over the sound of me jumping down.
As you guys are
Down
walking
the hole?
out, Solana probably doesn't notice that she's running with purpose away from you guys towards that hole she wants to go spelunking in.
And
You all notice that the door to the west that you came through has been closed.
Oh, like up here?
No,
Oh wait, which west?
oh, that's right. Never mind.
We came from the stairs.
Yeah, that
Oh.
I'm in the wrong floor.
Okay.
And Solaren has a good idea of where Solana is taking off to because they were in that plane together, so he's actually going to try and follow.
Okay, so you're following along with her?
Yes.
Okay. So, Solana, as you are booking it, you're only a couple of feet in front of it. You just jumping down the hole?
Yep.
Okay, Solana, as you turn the corner, you watch it. And how does Solana look jumping into this, like, 5-foot open maw? Just arms over, feet first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna duck and tumble. Really cool.
There's no one there to see you on the other side.
Okay. So as we are, and Solaren, as you watch her disappear, are you jumping right after her?
He's going to stop right at the mall and just look down, but not jump in.
Okay.
I'm a
And
Spartan.
what are the rest of you doing? Are you following along with Solaren chasing after her?
What are they? What are those guys doing?
We opened last game. We opened a dispel the darkness inside of a mouth, and it apparently goes down to the next floor. There's like a 10-foot drop to somewhere.
10-foot drops.
And there was like a puzzle on a wall that said something about dispelling the darkness and jumping through.
Yep. So I dispelled the darkness and I'm jumping through.
Yeah. So
Oh,
what the
and
bell said,
also-
the ring is a path to another tomb. The dead abhor the sunlight. Only a jewel can tame the frog. Bow is the dead god intoned. Into darkness descend.
Yep.
So as everyone else is I'm actually. Well, give me a second.
We should
here.
probably do the. Oh, only a jewel can contain a frog. That was probably that frog thing. But we should
Well-
find the path to another tomb.
We already were at that other tomb and it had jewels in it, and the two of us were interested in maybe taking one of them, but
Oh yeah, we should have
No,
taken
I
that
we
think
one.
decided
no.
against it.
Two lines are
Point
two
is-
separate things.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
separate
that's-
things. But guys, there isn't another skeleton key here. We don't need to stick around. Let's go to a different floor and get the skeleton key
That's
before
what
we
I'm
run into
doing.
something else that will kill us.
So I just copied you guys, so give me a second as I'm going to drop you all down, because while Solaren's looking down, Solana has already leapt and is no longer with you guys. So we're going to stick Solana. Give me a second, we're going to... And then for you guys, I'm just going to pop the 5 of you up on the northern wall just so you can see what's going on. And Twitch viewers, real quick, I apologize for the shift in the images. Lynn was not feeling well, so I had to bounce a little early. Where we're coming near the end of the stream, I'm not going to take the 5 or 10 minutes to readjust everybody's video right for the ending of it. So please forgive the shift in a couple of our players at the moment.
I am a Spartan now.
And with that, we are going to bounce Solana here.
Oh no.
That pop.
There's like 1,000 guys.
Haha.
So,
survived.
Solana, as you land on your feet in the floor,
Yeah.
let me tell you what you see.
Spooky looking room.
Yeah, this is great.
Okay. So, let's see here. Not that one. I want. There we go. Immediately as you land down, you see 4 torches illuminating stone sphinxes in every corner of the room. The
Sweet.
torches cast a strange sort of flickering light across various different hieroglyphs carved into the tiled floor around you. At the center of the room, a gold inlaid funeral barge stands atop a 3-tiered stone dais. Resting on the central deck of this funeral barge is a small, golden sarcophagus, decorated by a small, rabbit-looking creature with a spiraled horn. A dark shaft opens the ceiling directly above the barge, which, as you look up, you can see Celarin's face staring down at you.
It's Meek! He's on the statue!
As you also look around, you can see to the south, there is a corridor visible leading out of here
Okay.
that seems to be going through a carved set of fangs.
Oh.
On the far right-hand
mouth.
side of the room, there seems to be a skeleton of a small humanoid laying on the floor, clad in a tattered yellow turban, and looks like it's wearing some sort of dusty chainmail. And laying on the ground next to it, still affixed to the arm, looks to be a bronze shield.
So, what can I do with this Meek thing? Can I touch it?
Well, right now you're standing on top of the sarcophagus because you jumped down, and it is directly underneath the hole.
Oh, okay.
So currently
Can I
you're
park in the
standing
hole
on top
to where
of the
she is?
sarcophagus. About 10 feet.
Okay.
So, can I see Solana?
Yeah, anyone
From where I
who's
am?
looking down that mall, you can see Solana standing on top of the sarcophagus.
Okay, so I'll like yell down, Solana, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
She's
I knew
she's
it
only
was
10 feet away. You don't even need to yell.
Okay.
Told you guys.
Alright, watch out, I'm gonna jump down.
No, there's a Meek statue here. It's very important to me. Don't touch it.
Okay.
Well, it's
You should jump down anyway.
I want to pick up the statue or
well,
carving and
it's
move it.
carved on the top of
Oh.
the sarcophagus.
Oh. Okay, I'll move. And help me open the sarcophagus, because that has Meek on it. That means a lot to me.
Okay, I'm coming down. And he'll jump down.
I want to go look at this body.
Okay, so Celarin is now jumping down and lands on top of that. Aslan, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Investigation.
Okay.
Nope. No idea what's going on.
Okay, so again, you see he's wearing some sort of tattered up chainmail, and he's got a shield. That's about all you notice here. You keep glancing back over to make sure that Celarin's not messing with the sarcophagus on you.
Yeah, I came over. I'll investigate this body too.
Good.
Okay, so go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's probably better than mine.
Okay, let's see here. Come on. Oh, you're not loving the system. Really? Just a second here. I gotta find something else for you guys here.
Be right back. Hold on.
For some reason, since roll 20 reset, I can't use my. There we are. Okay. So, Slaren, as you were poking around... Oh, yeah, that's much better than yours was. So as you've come over and you're checking it... let's see, where is my... you immediately notice that this is a dwarf that you found on the ground. You see on the yellow turban wrapped around his head, there is a peridot gemstone set into it.
Oh, my birthstone.
He's got a standard shield, and as you're looking at his belt pouch, he's managed to find a rather large diamond. Looks like it's easily 450, 500 gold pieces. And then you also see in that same pouch, he has 2 1-inch diameter crystal eyeballs.
What?
One looks to be dark blue and one vibrant purple.
Seem to
Touch
be
all the stuff.
coming across lots of eyeballs recently.
Yes. I will cast detect magic before I start touching anything.
Oh, and look at the sarcophagus too.
Yeah, it's in the whole room, so it'll.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see here. Okay. So as you're sort of looking around in here and you're glancing at things, the first thing you notice that neither of you noticed it first is there's this sort of strange, vibrant purple fungus that's growing on various parts of the room.
Yeah. Magical?
It's not glowing as magical.
Can I make a nature check?
Sure. On your next note for what you're seeing here, nothing on the dwarf is lighting up as magic. Everything looks like it's probably valuable, but beyond that, you're not really sure. As you're looking here, okay. So let's see. And actually, as you've stepped down, as you guys stepped over, so there's a couple things are going to happen here because I missed a thing here. So as you step down onto the floors to check this, first thing you notice that, actually no, because that was, check. That was already there, so that doesn't affect it. So, let's see, you're seeing that glowing from within the sarcophagus. You have a looks to be about maybe 5 or 6 inches long. Looks almost like a best thing that you would call it would be a wand. That is definitely glowing with very strong magical aura from it. Let me just see here. You are getting, let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so it... I'll be honest, because of what this item can do, I have no idea what school of magic it is.
Oh no.
Okay.
You're getting the sense, though, it is a very powerful arcane object.
Like a wand.
And it looks... based on... As Solarin's looking at the size of it and the glow, you're thinking it's a wand of something.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, so beyond that, that's the only magical thing you see. But as you guys have started stepping down to go over to this body, you can hear the floor is clicking as you're stepping on different hieroglyphs within the room.
Oh, that's
Oh,
probably
boy.
not good.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna run back to the dais.
Oh, okay.
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump.
I'm
I'm gonna jump. Can I see? Wait, how long can I standing jump from here to there? Isn't that based on something?
Yeah, if you're, you can jump your strength score if you have a 10, I believe, it's a 10-foot running start.
Oh, I don't have a running strike.
Yeah, so you might be able to clear it. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
I mean,
Yeah.
might as well try.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, Sly, you easily make that leap over.
Yeah, I made it here.
The floor's lava.
Slaren, you gonna make a check as well?
uh,
Or are you just running back over, or are you staying where you are?
so can I reach that body from where I am?
Nat 20.
Yeah, you're right beside
Okay.
it, yeah.
Okay, so I am going to take that gem on his belt first before I
And
do
the
anything.
paradigm.
So you're taking the belt pouch that has the large diamond and the 2 crystal eyes?
Yeah, I'll just take the whole belt.
Oh, okay.
And
And you're leaving his turban with the peridot in it?
I went to hat.
yeah, I'll take the turban as well, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And I will also try to jump to the dais, and I will use my nat 20.
Oh, okay, and what's your strength score?
Let me check.
Hopefully it's not negative.
It is 0. Well, 10.
Oh, okay.
So 0.
So you barely make it. Skin of
Okay.
your teeth you get onto that dais. Now what you are looking at is you guys now start to look down at the floor a little more carefully as you're hearing the clicking. Let me find... You're going to shift again.
Oh. Oh, that
What?
is quite intricate.
And I am really hoping that is on the GM layer and not on... Okay, good, that is.
That is quite...
So that is what you're looking at within the actual room.
Wow. I
And-
can't figure this out.
Well, you only have some of the information so far.
Oh, okay.
So as you're looking at it, that's the... that's just the handout. It shows you the same thing as the map. Okay.
Okay.
So let me see what it actually says on here now that you're... Just give me just a moment. Okay. Okay. So as you're looking around in the room, you can see all these tiles on the floor, but you don't see anything within the room giving you any sort of a hint on what would happen within here. As you're watching, though, as you've stepped in, then let me see here. Okay. I'm just looking to see if these... Okay, yeah, so you start to hear some slight buzzing at points, but you don't see anything as of yet.
Devaney's totally ready with her "I told you so."
Nope, nothing bad's happened so far. Found some loot.
There is strong magic emanating from the sarcophagus.
Cool, let's open it.
As much as I don't think we should, I don't know. I really want to open up the sarcophagus.
Me too. Oh, I need your help.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
So go ahead and you can make another check.
As the two of them are down there trying to open the sarcophagus, Tuala and Devaney are comparing bicep diameters.
Devaney thinks hers are a little tiny bit bigger.
Oh, you lost Lana for a moment.
Yeah, she said she'd be right back.
Yep.
What I missed?
Okay, so go ahead and make your strength
Yeah.
check again.
Oh,
This time with
I'm
advantage.
assisting now.
oh me?
Yeah, if you said you wanted his help.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Okay, you push and it is just not opening.
Oh, where's Devin?
As all of a sudden,
Oh.
out of the mouth of the Sphinx on the far northeast corner, a massive swarm of insects
Oh.
Oh, nice.
comes swirling out and is now buzzing over the tile where Solaren had been standing mere moments ago.
Oh.
Well, they're dead. See you guys.
It seems to just be buzzing around that tile.
Is the tile I was standing on depressed from my standing on it, or they're just that's
No,
just
it looks like
where
it.
hovering?
Think of it like a mechanical keyboard, you know? You popped
Right,
off and then
okay.
it came back up.
And
Actually, it is a... So, and you guys watch as this cloud seems to be growing. You've probably got about 6 seconds.
Speak with animals.
I stick the haft end of the glaive through the hole down below.
All of a sudden, there is a pole sticking down into the room from above.
Laren, go up.
I got a rope.
Okay, so we're going to...
Woo!
Actually, I'll reach down my arms and help pull them up if I need to.
Okay.
Solaren jumped to right here. Solana was over here.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing? Solaren, you climbing up?
Go.
Yeah, I'll climb up.
Okay. So with Devaney's offer to help, you don't even need to make a check. You just pop back up.
Okay.
Easy enough with everyone sort of working together to get you up there. As you are watching this, Solana,
I want to run this way so bad.
give me a second. Where is...
Pushing all the tiles on the way.
Yep.
A kid in an elevator.
Yeah.
this entire corner is now just swarmed
Okay.
with this... actually, no, he was down one because he was next to the...
Bees!
It is just swarmed with all manner of bugs and things swirling around.
Solana, stick with your party. Come on up.
But my pride.
My pride.
You can heal your pride after.
Come on, Solana, we
You
can
can't
go
do
back
that if
down
you're
later.
dead.
We can go back down later. Just stay alive for now.
Fine.
Out of that bug spray we were carrying around the jungle a while ago? Well, probably not.
And I grab onto it and I go back.
It's like, yoink!
So
I
as
look around
Solana
and
is...
I'm like sour. I could have done that. Handled those bug things.
As Solana is pulled up, and you guys can still hear, even from the floor where you are, you can still hear that constant buzzing and sort of just a heavy wing fall of whatever those large insects were. And as we get ourselves pulled back up by the party, where everyone is currently try to get all up together here. This is probably as good a point as we are going to hit to call into tonight's session. Is Tuala has just saved Solana from Lord only knows what down in that room,
Well,
as she has found the tomb of an Almirage with an extremely powerful magical artifact within the sarcophagus. And the sarcophagus being solid gold probably means it's worth a pretty penny.
oh yeah, we should probably carry on those sarcophagus too.
Solaren wants that magical object.
You turned into a
You can't
goat,
go-
man. A goat. I would leave the magic items alone.
Now he needs another one to turn into something else.
You've
Hey.
had multiple voices in your head, so
Yeah, I do. not have wisdom either.
So do I, and I'm fine. I'm sensible.
I've got one voice in my head. Right now. I had to.
Tell you what, guys. Shit just goat serious.
Oh, these are so bad.
I'm going to leave this place. Oh my god.
I'm the worst. I'm the worst person.
Alright.
So before we disappear for the evening, folks, we need to talk about a nat 20 for next week. So who are we awarding the nat 22 for next time?
Ooh, I say, Twala for all that, really good mind connection with that thing. But then, like, his pride was so wounded. It was so, like...
Yeah.
Not his pride, his, like, self...
His moral code.
Yeah, his moral code. Like, he definitely showed that it, bothered him.
Hey, anyone else, anyone out in
Yeah.
Twitchland chiming in?
I'll second that.
I thought that was good roleplay.
Good interpreter job. Good role playing job.
Yeah.
Okay, then we will take our little, nat 20 here and stick it up in the corner next to Matt for next time. Don't forget, folks, when you're setting up your long rest for the evening, preparing to have dinner, looking at strange magical artifacts with the head of a goat, when asking yourself if you really want a goat there, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. See you next week, folks.
Bye, guys.